Everything and anything you want to know right here on my podcast show. Welcome to the House of Pain. Welcome to the Ron Payne Podcast Show. And we are live. Sorry about that. Hopefully we are, on the mark here. And welcome to another edition of the Ron Payne Show. I'm your guest, Ron Payne, as always. Today we got a pretty cool show, I think. We had done some new stuff here as of late. If y'all go to my website, if you guys aren't already there, it's at www.theronpayneshow.com. And like I said, doing some new stuff, getting there. And tonight, I've been waiting to get this guy on my show for I don't know how long. Well, tonight I finally got that opportunity to. None other than the voice of the HCW fan base there in Virginia, Vincent Michaels. Vin, he's he's definitely got a voice, and we are going to get him on here tonight. So I hope you guys actually enjoy everything that I'm gonna bring to you tonight. First and foremost, as of, let's see here, Thursday, which is the 17th of this month, we are going to start doing a collection here on the show for the Susan G. Komen Foundation for Breast Cancer Awareness Month. These guys are very well known across the entire world. These guys do a number of things for breast cancer. They do races, 5Ks, 3-mile runs, whatever you want to call it. That's what they do. They do donations throughout the entire year. This is a big month for them coming up because it's Breast Cancer Awareness Month. As you can see right there on our screen, you can go to susangkomen.org or www.komen.org, which is right there on the screen. You can donate, go purchase some stuff, whether it be a shirt, help the cause, because no matter what, there's always going to be support for this cause. And that is a very huge thing, especially when it comes for myself. I've done a lot of charities for that. None to the extent as what we have going here. But, we do a lot of stuff. But just want to get that out there. This way you guys know what we're all about. But as of right now, we are going to get Vincent Michaels on our show, and then we are going to get down to the bottom of a lot of things that we have going on here. So let's get him on the phone.
Brian, sorry that I missed you.
And we are going to call him back and find out why he is not answering his phone. While we're waiting for Vincent to get on the phone here.
Hello?
Hello?
Hello, how you doing?
Vincent, man, what's going on, brother?
How much?
Need you to talk a little bit more into the microphone for me there, bud.
No, hold on one second. There, is that done?
Yeah, that's great, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah, sorry, some technical difficulties on my end here.
Yeah, I understand, man. You're good. But welcome to the show, man. I'm finally happy to have you on the show here. And
Thank you for having me.
no problem at all, man. I know there's been a lot of speculations on a lot of different things that have been going on with a lot of your videos on Facebook as of late when it comes to HCW, whether it be certain wrestlers. I know there was a problem with a long time ago. There was a problem when it came to contracts and everything else, which actually we cleared on the air with Idol X there. So, you know.
I will admit, he sent that to me. I did not send that out. He just wanted to get my opinion. I said, what the hell is this? I mean, this looks weird for an indie to have an actual contract.
Need you to speak up just a little bit louder.
Oh, sorry, hold on. I will admit he sent that to me. I did not send that out to anybody. I did nothing. I let that sit and see what would happen.
Yeah.
So apparently, word got out, and well, you see the hell in the handbasket that caused. And thank God all that got cleared up, but my opinion was, what's this? This is ridiculous. Contract and a TV company? This isn't Ring of Honor. This isn't CZW. It's not one of those big indie companies where signing a contract and it's like it wouldn't even work. What's going on?
Yeah. I can definitely understand that. Now, what exactly is the affiliation with HCW? Is there any affiliation this for the fans or whatever the case may be, whoever's watching the show?
Well, the affiliation between me and the company?
Yeah. Is there any affiliation whatsoever? Do you do this for the fans? Is it something that you and HCW have worked out just to clear any kind of air that's in the process?
So people kind of sound like somebody who said that I obviously work for them. Well, to be open and honest, no, I do not work for HCW. If anything comes of what I do when doing those videos, it's a good for them. The only other thing is, to get your voice out there, because I heard people talking. They obviously weren't going to say anything. So I said, hey, let's just have somebody run their mouth. And since it was my idea, I said, screw it. I'll run with it. I'm kind of that he have a bit of a reputation for showing up and talking to or about wrestling anyway. He's at almost any show in the area, so why not?
Yeah. I can definitely understand that. Now, when it comes to the wrestlers in general, is there any true heat between you and any of the wrestlers for some of the videos that you post?
If there is, then hey, I can tell forward about it. But there wasn't any real heat between anybody until that one incident at an HCW show. But the problem was Carlos started running his mouth there, hit a little too close to home, and I took it way too personally, which I apologize to the owners of the company. I issued a full apology by video, and if there's still any issue with him, that's all on him. I've put it aside and I've buried it.
Yeah. I could definitely understand that. There's one thing I do like about HCW. They're very about the community. There's never... I've done a couple shows with them.
There's no shortage of people show.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Yeah, exactly. I've been to their shows. I've wrestled for their show. I've wrestled for their company.
Oh. Actually, there was one show where you were on, and you actually asked me to watch your daughter in the audience because she was there with you and your fiance at the time, and you didn't want her to come charging at you underneath that little security rope they've got.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. She had
She
come
started
with
to go,
us.
and I was like, oh. She started to go, and I was like, oh crap, where's she going? Oh, there she is. Pulled her back, sat down. She saw Daddy coming out, and I was like, he's gonna kill me. He's gonna kill me. He's gonna kill me. Get her. Put her back to the seat.
Was that an HCW show or was that a Southside Pro Wrestling?
No, it was an HCW show, but actually the first show you and I met on was actually an SPW show.
Yeah, SPW, Southside Pro Wrestling. That's right.
And in fact, when they had, it was you, Brittany Cole, and Monster Mike, you had just...
World of Pain. That was the World of Pain.
Yeah, it was a good idea, and fortunately it didn't go with for the code of in my opinion.
Yeah, but it's funny though because it's funny that you talk about what happened with Carlos Hotness because when storyline wise, you know, World of Pain was going up against Carlos Hotness and his his little cronies and all that.
Yeah, George made up Butch Jr., now known as J.Q. Fabulous.
Yep.
On the Red Rooster. He came out with that like take care and he got over it eventually.
Yeah, he turned out to be a really good entertainer. I actually enjoy watching his matches.
Good. I'll give him that.
I actually enjoy being in the ring with him. You know, I helped train with him, gave him ideas.
Actually, your first match back in SPW that I saw was, I think it was an open house, and it was you versus JT.
Yeah, that was right after the. That was a month after me and Sterling Williams went at it. That was a month after when I was actually permanently back, and it was an open house. It was me versus JT Fabulous, and it was kind of like a one-sided deal. I felt really bad, actually, after that match because, for people that do listen and everything else, me and JT, we became very close friends and everything else like that. And when I got in that ring with him, and I don't know what exactly happened. I don't know if it was for things that just, I was gone for so long, the adrenaline was pumping. I felt so bad because that was probably my worst match with a really great wrestler, as in JT. And, I took advantage of a lot of things that I shouldn't have. And that's the definition of, a person trying to just steal the show and just steal everything in general. So,
From something I heard from somebody, if you're not trying to steal the show, then you're half-assing it, and you shouldn't really be in your position.
Yeah.
Now, granted, I will say that if you do that, doesn't get you don't have to apologize.
Mm-hmm. Now,
getting back on the topic.
Now, what are your thoughts on Livid the Clown? Like what do you think? In your own personal opinion about HCW releasing Livid the Clown?
Well, first off, I'd like to say, Livid, glad you're all right and glad you're back on your feet. What else I think is, look, you said a good portion of it when you did that second video with him.
Yeah.
But my thought is, you're going to fire your champion. Okay, think about it this way. You're going to fire your champion and not have anything set up to get that belt off him. Well, first, I kind of hate to use the term belt. Let's just say championship or title. Because a belt's an article of clothing, championship or a title is something you show off with pride. Champ, you're not going to get the championship off him by doing some form where he has to vacate it or he loses it. You're just saying, oh, you're fired.
Yeah.
Well, then, how are you going to explain this? Because anything you say now is kind of like Well, are the fans going to buy this? I mean, fans aren't stupid. Sometimes not entirely, but that's a different story. But you set yourself up in a horrible position, and it wasn't, I don't even know who fired him. I think you said, what was it, town coordinator who fired him? Or something along the lines. But if the boss doesn't fire you, and he has somebody else doing it,
Yeah.
that's the problem. What the boss should be saying is, hey, you got a problem, I can't find him anymore, you go find him, tell him I need to see him, bring him to me. So you bring him in, you sit down, you talk, and if you're going to fire him, but say, hey, if it was me personally, I would have set up like they did back in old NWA days. This is what Roddy Piper was saying. Get you 2 weeks notice if you're doing jobs. 4 weeks if you're really over. It's 6 weeks left in the company if you got a title. So you lose title, and then they can get you out. If work come up with something to get you out.
Yeah.
When you shot yourself in the foot because you just said you're fired, we'll take that.
They could have done it a different way. You're absolutely right.
I mean, heck, the good thing would have been, I don't know if Idol would have said you once with the, whether if it would have been good, but you could have had Idol turn on him. Because, I mean, when he came in, he was coming in to fight with him, and they were about to rip each other apart.
Yeah.
I mean, think about that. It's myself right there. And I would come in and say, yes, I joined you just so I could stab you in the back and take your title. It just makes him more hated. That's what I feel. Or you have somebody come and attack me. You do the old, if you can't defend the championship in 30 days, restrict them.
Yeah.
Bring that. But I mean, who really follows that anymore?
True.
It's
Now,
we've got these unwritten rules to things like this that we know they exist. That everybody knows that they exist. But we kind of don't talk about them. But why don't we bring some of them in and use them every once in a while? To me, it's just good business. And it creates interest.
I can definitely understand.
If you can't really do that, why are you promoting? Why are you booking? You don't understand in the ring, it's up to the game. It's to generate interest once they're in the ring. But at the same time, as a booker or promoter, you need to understand that there needs to be some form of plot line, some form of interest to the fans to follow, because if it's just two guys go out there and beating each other up with no real point, I mean, it's like, nowadays fans want the stipulation. If it's not a championship belt, it's not a championship belt, it's got to be something else.
Yeah.
Like, who's better? Like, yeah, I beat you, you beat me, let's do the rubber match, or let's make the best of 5 to see who's better. Or, hey, these two guys are so good, let's put like a contendership on the line. There's something like that. I'm sorry, I'm getting a little off here, but recently you put the video out of them trashing over I hate saying this, but their youth champion.
Mm-hmm.
Throwing the championship in the dumpster. I'll tell you, if a garbage man collected that and actually found that, some lucky garbage man's kid is very, very happy to have their own championship right now.
Yeah.
Which, unfortunately, when I told the guy was on it, I said, hey, guys, this looks like the old NWA TV title. I like that. It looks good.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I see the chips and trash, I'm thinking, okay, fine, if you're not really defending it, don't get me wrong, he's not a good guy. He is raw talent. He could be, that kid is going to go places. No lie. He has the build, he's got the athleticism, he gets it. And he can go. I wouldn't be surprised if I see him anywhere else. But I also want to see where this is going. Hopefully it's AEW can deliver on that.
Yeah.
There's just a lot of things that scratch my head. I mean, one of my first videos, and that there was some guy sitting next to me at the show that said Vince Russo could have booked it better, and I'm sitting there thinking, ouch, because we all know how people feel about Vince Russo in wrestling. I mean, saying Vince Russo is like saying the number of the beast or the Antichrist in wrestling. It's like, get away. And some guy, I don't know whether he was really heckling, if he was an actual fan, whatever. So it's like, somebody said Vince Russo could book it better than these guys. Ouch. I mean, this is a guy who put the World Heavyweight Championship on himself and on David Arquette. The only good thing about David Arquette was when that was over, he gave all the money away to the fans of Owen Hart, Brian Pillman, and Darren Drozdov. Because he said, I'm a fan, I honestly think it's stupid. But whoever got in his ear, it was like, you're like, okay, whatever, I'll do it.
Yeah.
Nobody's just going to remember this anyway, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I could definitely understand that.
Like, well, unfortunately, it's like one of the only things people talk about now when you talk about WCW other than like the NWO.
Yeah.
It's like, put the title on that. Who? The actor? It's like Doc Brown from Back to the Future. Who's going to be the president? Ronald Reagan. The actor?
You definitely understand it. Hey, if you give me 1 second, we gotta take a quick commercial break. Just stay in the line with us, okay?
All right.
Next Evolution Wrestling, Feast or Fears, Elizabeth City, National Guard Armory, October 31st of this year, which is Halloween. It's going to be a pretty cool show, just like I post every week, you know. Next Evolution, man, you guys should go check it out. These guys will also be doing charities at that time, too, as far as I understand. They always are. And you guys got like the Geordie Bulldogs, Sterling Williams, Damian Wayne. You got the Next Evolution heavyweight champion, Bo Crockett. Definitely go out and check these guys out because these guys are just going to tear the roof down on the joint. All right, and we're back. We're still here with Vincent Michaels, correct?
The one and only.
All right, brother. Now,
I heard that commercial and I'm thinking, Halloween night, do Evolution Wrestling. They might need to turn that into Halloween night because I've got a feeling it's going to be brutal. That Halloween new because of all the names you mentioned. Damian Wayne, Bo Crockett, Geordie Bulldogs. I mean, those are some tough guys, and they've got no problem getting down rough and dirty, so it's going to be a real fun night to see these guys push each other to the limit.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, tell me a little bit what you think of, you know, Idol X as a performer, that is. You know, I'm trying to get some feedback on different wrestlers and everything else, you know, and, you know, especially when it comes to your videos, you got a lot to say about HCW, so we're going to,
So, I'm going to say this, I'm like Don saying, Alex is a friend of mine, and when I found out he was gone, I was actually one of the first people to find out, so I was like, what? No, are you kidding me? This is one of the guys in this area that almost everybody knows. I mean, if they've seen VCW, SPW, I mean, SPW and VCW had their own shows on TV. How did you not see this guy at some point? I mean, this guy who obviously says what he wants. I mean, you found that out yourself.
yeah.
You know him, so you know what he's like. I mean, the guy also brings something that's not really seen a lot of in this area. Hardcore wrestling. And I'm not saying he's a straight hardcore guy, but he found what he loves to do, and it works. So, all in all, performer, I'd say he is really good. He is a good friend of mine, and he is a guy who I say that if you see one of his shows, you will not be bored. There will be something that you will see that excites you. And if you don't like to listen, he will say something that will make you go, oh, well, I wonder what's going to happen next.
I definitely understand that.
So honestly, it was a shock because I'm like, this is a guy who people in this area know. He's got drawing power for HCW. Right? So you find, I mean, the guy had been in what? I think 3 shows for HCW in there. And he said he got fired. So I'm sitting there thinking, 3 shows and you got fired.
Yeah.
Oh, that's garbage. That's the guy can make you money. He's making money. He's put on a match that people say was one of the best and would be a contender for the year in this area.
Yeah.
Did you fire him? Because I didn't go to that HCW show where it was him and Liv against each other. But I heard about it, and I heard about that for about 2 weeks straight. How good that is. I remembered that, and I was like, this guy can make that kind of impression upon people. Why would you fire him? It's a golden opportunity to go against this area. He's been in it for a long time. Why would you do it? It's like the old Monty Python skit where the guy walks into the doctor's office and he goes, my brain hurts. But it really hurts trying to figure out why you would make this. They're not hurting you. Or if they're not hurting you at the moment, they're going to hurt you down the line.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, every single wrestler, individual wrestler has fans. Like a company has its loyal fans. So the rest, that guy brings fans with him. Now that he's gone, they're going to go wherever he is. You've lost a portion of your audience. I'm pretty sure it'll be filled in at some point, but still.
Okay.
I also think he's a guy who's done this for a while. He's just, if you're running yourself also as a training center, why not use him for that as well? Think about it for a second. The guy's done this. He knows what to do. You got guys who are up and coming. He's a guy who can help him out. His first thing in was they were branding themselves off as a training center first. And then I heard they were putting on shows. So I was like, okay. Here we go. You were a trainer down there. You know what I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah. I definitely understand. Now, let me ask you a question. Being a person that does a lot of video and everything else like that, that's on Facebook and everything else like that, who would you like to see on the Ron Payne Show?
Are we talking just in this area, or are we talking anybody?
Anybody. Because that's going to be something I'm going to be posting on my website later. I'm going to get a variety, I'd say, of different point of views. Pretty much, I'm going to have probably...
I know you said you got Bulldogs going on.
I don't know when that's going to be, if they decide to. I don't want to push the issue with anybody, especially...
Well, if they are, that'd be fun. Somebody who I'd like to see on your podcast. As far as young guys, just getting started, let's get somebody like Leon, who is one of the guys in HCW who actually gets it and knows what he's doing and has a good reaction down there. There's young guys who know a lot in this area. Oh, hold on. get somebody like Ryan Lindsay saying that. Those guys would be fun to listen to. As far as guys who have been in this area for a long time and done it, Phil Brown, Damian Wayne, in Mid-Atlantic, turned the CW Liberty champion. Who CW Anderson likes to hang around this area a lot, so I'd love to hear what he'd have to say. If Steve Khalil lives around this area too, if he was getting tough with him, that'd be good.
Yeah. That is very true.
I mean, there are other guys like Sterling. I mean, a lot of guys we have as mutual friends, I'd like to see one of them on the show, honestly.
Who?
Oh, some of the guys we have as mutual friends like Sterling. Ricky Cole would be a good idea. I mean, you're a local guy.
Okay.
I know from working from seeing companies like ZCW, SPW, New, even HCW. Let's see what they think. Say what they think the current situation there is. What companies they'd like to go to. What their aspirations are. And you guys have been offered insight on that, or just guys who have been doing this for a long time. These guys, like I said, Phil Brown, Damian Wayne, Mike Booth, Preston Quinn, Mark Rivera would be fun too. I mean, you want to talk about motor mouths and a guy who can really get you interested when talking on the mic. He'd be good.
Fair enough. Now, let's see here. Let me bring up something here for you. This way you could actually see it as well. Are you watching this online as well?
No, actually, I'm not.
Okay, fair enough.
You got to get a pretty good feeling that a lot of people are not put sure that entire HW locker rooms and offices watching, because I heard today that regardless of whatever they said, everyone there watches and listens to anything I have to say. So, hi guys, there's your one and only shot on something good you've been doing so far. Well, at least for the office. There's guys in the locker room. You guys do a pretty good job. I don't fault you for the mistake. Management, it's all on them. You guys can only work so with what you're given, which sometimes it looks like isn't much, but you guys do try to make the best of it.
I could definitely understand. These guys put on one heck of a show. Like I said, I've been there, been part of it, everything. They put on one heck of a show. And even now more than ever. So, it's really cool on how they do so. But like I said before, just hold on 1 second. We're going to do another little commercial here for a couple other companies as well, okay?
All right.
Fallout, November 21st, 2015. Body by D-Gym over in Yorktown, VA. You're going to have Fusion Wrestling going to be out there over in Yorktown. You can go there to www.fusion-wrestling.com or go to www.bodybydgym.com. Take a look at these guys. Go to the website, find out more about the event, find out about tickets, everything else like that. These guys put on a great show as well out there in VA. Then you got Saturday, October 10th, Southside Pro Wrestling is going to be back at the Boys and Girls Club in Virginia Beach. And, tickets are going to be $10 it's going to be $15 for ringside, $12 general admission, $8 kids 12 and under. For more information, go to spwva.com. You'll see guys like Asafi, Kevin Quill, Sterling Williams, Brittany Cole, Irvin Legend, Sonic Boom, Phil Brown, got the Dustman, Mark Anthony. You got Big MC. Then you got Kevin Cross. You got Joe King. Bo Crockett versus Sterling Williams. You got tons and tons of local wrestler guys out there that will definitely put on a great show for you. And been part of these guys for a long time. So definitely go check them out. Like I said, go to spwva.com or go visit them on Facebook at Southside Pro Wrestling. And then you got Vanguard Championship Wrestling with Steve Carino and Colby Carino taking on Cicero Brothers, Wise Guy Jimmy, and Gentleman Jack. And then you got C.W. Anderson and Phil Brown, the Platinum Enforcers, taking on the Geordie Bulldogs. Then you got the Hall Stars that are also going to reunite. That's going to be Saturday, October 3rd, 2015. You also see guys like Asafi there, guys like Damian Wayne, and don't quote me on this, but, 7:30 bell time. Tickets are $15 for general admission. Ringside is $20. Kids 5 and under are free. So once again, go to VanguardChampionshipWrestling.com and definitely go check out these guys. These guys are great, especially out in Norfolk, Masonic Temple. And doors open up at 7 o'clock, so definitely go check these guys out, okay? And we are back with Vincent Michaels.
One thing. That VCW show you said?
The VCW?
Yeah, Jimmy Cicero and Jack. It's actually Jimmy and his son.
Oh, okay. Well, that's what I figured. It was father-son tag team match, 2-on-2. So I thought that was pretty cool to see.
That's good guys.
Now, since we got about maybe probably about 10 minutes left on the show, man, is there anything that you want to say to some of the fans that go to HCW or any of the fans that go to support the local indie scene down there?
I gotta say, for the guys that do go and support it, good, because these are guys who we get to personally on an individual level, and that we can see every month, whether it's a company that you first saw them in, or whether you see them bouncing around between companies. You go and you support them. You support them because they're friends, which is what I do. I go to HCW not because I want to line the wallets of the guys in the back who run the company. I want to get support and feedback to my friends in the ring. As I said before, I watch them hone their skills. I watch what they do, and I say, you might have done a little bit better on this, but hey, still good. Keep doing. You're doing. I mean, Livy contacted me and said, hey, what do you think? Hey, how am I doing? And I said, dude, you're unique. You do your own thing. There's not somebody like you in this area. There's not many guys like you at all. So, keep doing that. One of your previous guests, Urban, he asked me, what do you think of this? I said, oh, that's cool. That's what you're going to do. Oh, I like it. You could try this as well. One guy said he wanted to be a eternity heel. I'm not going to mention who he is. But he said, hey, I want to sit here. And I said, oh, okay, well, what do you want to be? He said, well, I kind of want to be like that quarterback, or I want to be like that franchise. One thing you do is, he said, franchise. Go watch Snake Douglas. Watch them do promos. They'll show you how to talk like an arrogant, loud-mouthed, angry jackass. Because he does. And when he cuts a promo, that's usually how he is. He's loud, and he's very angry. You can try talking like that. If it doesn't work, just tweak it. your own thing. I'm giving you to the door so you can bury yourself. That's all.
Hey, Vincent.
Thanks for answering you.
Just got a question, and this question's actually for you. It says, and once again, all these questions that come in are they don't want to be, they're just regular questions coming from different people that are watching the show. It says, name three indie wrestlers down there in the local scene. Name three indie wrestlers that shouldn't exist in wrestling. In other words, three guys by you. Name three guys you think shouldn't exist that wrestle.
You guys that shouldn't exist.
That's a heck of a question. That's a raunchy question there.
Well, I guess controversy creates cash, huh? Oh, wait. I'm quoting Aaron Bischoff too much. At least that was true. Three guys who should exist. That's a tough one because I looked at a lot of guys in this area do what they get and the hate they get is one thing, but the guys that do what they should exist, it is a real tough one. Might have to come back to that one sometime. To be personal, to be honest, I don't care if I piss them off, but it's like, I gotta really think on that one. Because this is the Mid-Atlantic. You got guys that are so good because that's what it was known for. And the company that was founded here, Jim Crockett Promotions, became the superstitions main program. Everybody tuned in for Jim Crockett, especially when he became WCW. Everybody tuned in.
So who do you think? You gotta give me three names. These what these people want to know, man.
Christian Rio, I'll call himself Sandy Orton.
The what?
Christian Rio, I'll call himself Sandy. He could. The problem is, it looks like he doesn't know what he's doing. As I said before, well, one guy said he looks like Randy Orton, but he moves around.
Who?
As bad or as worse as the WWE people. And that's saying something.
Yeah.
Carlos Sainz, I don't think you should really be a wrestler. I think you should be a manager. Because as you've seen, as you know, while he can go, I think his skills lie better on the microphone. So while he should have some part in wrestling as a manager, I don't think he should be in the ring anymore. Now, as for a third, that is tough. Those are the top two in my head, but give me, I don't think you're going to, let me think for a second.
Who?
Trying to think for a second.
So you got Carlos Hotness and who else?
Well, it was Christian Rio, who called himself Sandy Orton.
Okay.
Just doesn't sound ridiculous. I mean, you're a small town guy going and calling yourself by a big name star. Oh boy. I mean, granted, people say that WWE doesn't care about the indie scene, but I mean, look at the guys that recently signed. Yeah, they do. I don't think Randy's going to have a problem. He's not going to be suing over his family name, but it still sounds ridiculous to me. Another guy who probably shouldn't exist just as a wrestler. Unfortunately, I don't think I can come up with a third because I've only got those two words in my head at the moment.
Okay, that's fair enough.
Any more questions for me?
And so I'm looking now. What is what is the one question that you ask yourself the most? This is the last question, but what is the one question that you ask yourself the most when it comes to the indie scene?
The one question I ask myself:
Yes.
who am I going to see next? And then who am I going to see next to make it to the top? Whether they be going to TNA or whether they go to WWE or whether they just make it to somewhere like PWG, Ring of Honor, or Combat Zone Wrestling. It's like, who am I going to see next? Because I got friends who I didn't even know competed in there, and I'm like, wow, that's awesome. Congrats to you guys. You did really good. It's like, what can I watch my friends achieve? Is the biggest question I ask.
Fair enough. Well, Vincent, we are almost out of time here. I want to say thank you for being my guest on my show, man. I know it's been a long time coming. For those that don't know, Vincent Michaels was actually the first person that ever gave me an interview, and this was a big part of. Huh?
I was asking people in the area if they wanted to do an interview, and I said, hey, I'll ask Ron.
Yep, and I do appreciate that.
You took it, so.
Yeah, and I couldn't be more thankful, so I wanted to return the favor. But I want to say thank you for being a guest on my show, man. Like I said, it's been a long time coming, man, and I'm glad you were able to finally do it. I'm glad finally you were able to get some stuff off your chest, especially being live, especially here on YouTube when it's broadcast live across the world. So, for everything, I do appreciate that. Keep doing what you're doing. Stay positive about a lot of your stuff too. Okay. All right, man. I do appreciate it, man. And you have a great night. And thank you again for being on my show.
Thank you. Have a good night.
And that was Vincent Michaels, the mouth, I guess you can say, the voice of the fans of HCW down there in Virginia. So thank you again for being a guest on my show. One other thing before we get going here, I mentioned in the beginning of the broadcast that we were starting to do donations and funding for for the Susan G. Komen causes there. You guys can go, if you guys aren't already there, there's a link on my website. Go to www.theronpayneshow.com and just click on the Susan G. Komen link there, and it'll direct you right to the same thing I'm showing you here for donations and everything else like that. Pretty soon we will have our own link with them, hopefully here in a couple days, and we're going to be collecting as much money as possible for these guys, just to show our thanks and show that we're here to have their back and support them. So please definitely go and check that out on our website, and looking real forward to working with these guys, and it's something big for us. Go to Komen.org. Also get everything done. Okay. I want to say thank you guys. Thank you for joining me. Support your local indie wrestling. Support your local indie, your shows, your wrestlers, podcasts. Pretty soon we're gonna have a new setup here in the next couple weeks. We're gonna have a lot of new features to the show, and this way we can also do some live guests here in the studio with me as well. So for myself, for the world, thank you. Go support, go donate, and we'll see you guys here in a couple days. Okay, you guys have a great night, and take care. everything and anything you want to know right here on my